In 1988, a film quietly asked a dangerous question. Not, are monsters real? But, what happens when humanity becomes the creator? A secret laboratory, two experimental beings, one engineered for extraordinary intelligence, the other engineered for destruction. The film was called Watchers. Most people remember it as another science fiction thriller, but beneath the surface, it may be exploring something much deeper, the temptation to rewrite nature itself. Welcome to Mysterious Encounters. Today's investigation isn't simply about monsters, it's about knowledge, power, responsibility, and what happens when science advances faster than wisdom. Watchers asks a timeless question: can humanity control the life it creates? Or does every creation eventually become its own creator? Everything begins inside a laboratory, not in nature, not in the wilderness. Inside concrete walls, hidden from the public, scientists create two living experiments, one designed to think, one designed to kill. The laboratory represents more than science. It symbolizes humanity's desire to surpass natural limits. Throughout mythology, there are stories of humans attempting to seize powers once reserved for the gods. Prometheus steals fire. The Tower of Babel reaches heaven. Frankenstein creates life. Watchers belongs to that tradition. It asks what happens when intelligence is engineered instead of discovered. One creature escapes, a golden retriever named Einstein. He isn't dangerous. He isn't violent. He represents intelligence guided by compassion, knowledge balanced by empathy. Throughout history, the dog has symbolized loyalty, protection, faithfulness. Einstein becomes more than a character. He becomes a reminder that intelligence alone is not enough. Without morality, knowledge becomes dangerous. The second experiment escapes, known only as the Oxcom. Unlike Einstein, it was designed as a weapon, aggressive, relentless. Driven almost entirely by instinct, the film creates two mirrors. One reflects wisdom. The other reflects power without restraint. It isn't simply good versus evil. It is intelligence without conscience versus intelligence guided by relationship. Now consider the title. Watchers. Who are they? The experiments? The scientists? The government? Or us? Throughout history, the idea of watchers appears in mythology, religion, and literature as beings associated with observation, knowledge, or hidden insight. The film never explains the title in that way, but it invites viewers to think about who is truly observing whom. The scientists watch the experiments learn from humanity, and the audience watches them both. Everyone is watching someone. The most dangerous creature in the film isn't necessarily the one with claws. It is human ambition, the belief that every discovery should automatically become an experiment, that every possibility should become reality. The laboratory created intelligence, but it also created suffering, the film quietly asks. Just because something can be done, does that mean it should? Today, genetic engineering is no longer science fiction. Artificial intelligence grows more capable every year. Gene editing continues to evolve. Synthetic biology advances rapidly. Watchers feels less like an old monster movie, and more like an ethical conversation, not because it predicts the future, but because it asks questions that remain relevant. Who decides the limits? Who accepts responsibility? And what happens if creation surpasses its creator? Perhaps the greatest symbol in Watchers isn't the laboratory, or the monster, or even Einstein. It's choice. Every invention becomes a choice. Every discovery becomes a responsibility. Every new technology reflects the intentions of those who build it. The future isn't created by machines. It is created by the decisions humans make today. Watchers is more than science fiction. It is a mirror, a story about intelligence, power, responsibility, and the consequences of believing we have mastered creation, whether you see it as a thriller, a cautionary tale, or simply entertainment. Its questions remain: what happens when humanity creates something it cannot control? The answer may determine the future far more than the past. This has been a Mysterious Encounters investigation. Until next time, keep asking the questions. The archive is never closed.